So Billy's is, in my view, it's the best part of Ayrburn. We put a lot of love and a lot of attention and a lot of design into making this, which was the old William Patterson's homestead, into something very special. I think personally that the gardens are probably one of the best, most significant gardens in New Zealand, and the art collection that we've assembled within Billy's is one of the most significant art collections in New Zealand. So, even if you don't come here for the great food and the great ambience, you'd certainly come here to see the art and to see the gardens. So this is, we call it the Vintner's Room, and I love the tones, the blue on blue, the patterned upholstery. There's a hell of a lot of art in here and some pretty significant pieces. Done a bit of taxidermy just to sort of add to the thematics and a bit of fun. But the whole object of this place is fun, and I think when you walk into a room like this, it's pretty hard not to have fun. Lunch and dinner. You can pick a private room. You can pick the conservatory. You can go, to different parts of the homestead. But it's certainly each room is unique. Each atmosphere is different. But I think for me, it's all pretty special, and you'll want to have a good look around to make sure you take it all in when you do come.
Was there anything surprising when you rebuilt it?
Surprising thing, there was no foundations whatsoever.
No foundations?
Yeah, so it was sitting on dirt.
So they put the wood on dirt?
Basically, it was just all rotten.
Was it rotted?
It was rotted, yeah.
Because you get the snow.
So we really just about had to start again. There's not a lot left standing.
Really?
No.
But it looks like...
But we kept all the pieces and put them back in.
Yeah.
We had to build a new structure. But yeah, all the pieces came back in, and you wouldn't know standing here today. Pattersons were one of the first settlers in Queenstown. They came here in 1862. They were the first ones to have electricity. They were the first ones to have sheet glass. They were the first ones to have, proper lighting in their house, and they were quite pioneering for their day. Yeah. The most enormous Wellingtonia tree. I don't know if there's a bigger one anywhere, but in Queenstown anyway. But it was planted by Billy in 1862. It's still growing strong.
Wow. It's
extraordinary. So they lived in what was now the Burr Bar, in a little stone hut there. Then eventually, come the turn of the century, they built what's now known as Billy's as the main homestead. Yeah. And so they used to hold the AMP show in the front yard, and they were big entertainers. They were quite a bunch of characters, for Queenstown. And the descendants, there's still plenty of them here. And every time we open a venue at Ayrburn, the first people we invite to dine are the descendants. So it's always a bit of fun.
So where are we, Chris?
So this is the conservatory. This is the main dining area, and gorgeous in the day, even better at night. Big fireplace going. Fantastic views of the topiary garden. And just a fun, convivial place.
Lemon trees with lemon coming right
lemons.
on them.
Have a lemon with your lunch. Yeah. Call this Edwina's garden, and Edwina was the lady who did the topiary for us, and some of it's 40 years old. It's extraordinary.
Wow.
So she's done an amazing job, and so the garden sort of takes the form of a big snake, and if you wander up here, you can actually see the head of the snake.
Right. So it's basically topiary hedging, which all joins up and then runs down a complete line that creates it's sort of almost like a...
With the Remarkables in the background.
With the Remarkables in the background. With snow on top.
With snow, yeah, we need the snow. And so for the month of July we have Winter Wonderland, and there's an ice skating rink in the middle of it all. It's like you fell out of the sky and landed on the North Pole at Christmas. It's pretty special. Yeah. But in the summer the gardens are phenomenal. You've got all the roses out, the hydrangeas, the tulips. We've got, even in this garden bed alone, there's 5,500 tulip bulbs that will come up in the spring. We've got two big lakes, and like I said, they do all the frost fighting for the vineyard and other things. But they're about 1.5 to 2 football fields in size, and about 3.5 metres deep. And we're filling them full of kura, small crayfish. So eventually you'll be able to come and the kids can fish for crayfish and then go and make a crayfish pizza or pasta or whatever for lunch. So I guess the restaurant precinct is now done. There's 10 venues here, and they're all opening and trading very well. But in an overall context, we're only about 20% of the way there. So we've still got the retirement village underway. We've got a private hospital. We've got a hotel, a small hotel, boutique hotel, and then we've got the film studio and the accommodation that goes with that yet to come, and a few houses as well. I'll only get one piece of land this good in my lifetime. In my mind, Ayrburn is the best part of the most expensive street in New Zealand, Speargrass Flat Road, and we're surrounded by these fantastic golf courses and other amenity, Millbrook and the Hills and New Hogan Gullies course. So we're really, going a long way out of our way to make sure it's perfect and every aspect of it is perfect. And the best thing for me is when you're here and you just walk around and you see the smiles on people's faces when they're admiring the architecture and the gardens and the art and the food and obviously the wine. But it's a fantastic thing to be able to make a commercial success out of making that many people that happy.